Hey guys, Wayne here from H2 Tech Videos. Today I'm going to be going over some tips and tricks and hidden features for beginners on the Samsung Galaxy Note 9. If you are new to the Note 9 phone and you just kind of want to know what you can do with it, I want to show you a bunch of things that you may or may not already know that are going to enhance your experience using this phone. So the first tweak I want to show you, this isn't even really number one, this is like tweak number 0. It's really the first thing you should do when you buy any smartphone. It's going to your settings and going to the screen, or we're just going to type in timeout or screen timeout right here. And we're going to change this from 30 seconds to at least 2 minutes. You may have noticed that if you just hold your phone but you're not touching the screen, after 30 seconds the screen goes dim. This is super frustrating, so I always encourage you to make that little tweak just so you're not having to touch the phone every few seconds to keep it on. Alright, let's jump into some actual tips, tricks, and hidden features. So our first little sort of tip slash hidden feature is my favorite feature. One of the favorite features I love about having a Samsung phone, because they've been doing this for a long time. It's if your phone is off and you want to take a picture, all you have to do is double tap on your home button and you can automatically wake the phone up and launch the camera. Even if you have security on the phone, it'll bypass all that and take you right to your camera. To me, this is super important because life happens quick, and if you see something happening and you want to capture it, all you've got to do is double tap that power button and it's going to take you right to that camera. Now, it's not always about your screen being off. I could be in an app, for example, you know, on Chrome, searching for something, and if I, again, double tap, it'll still take me right to the camera. So that's called the quick launch camera, and just a double tap is gonna get you right to your camera in a flash. All right, our next little tweak, this is a tip, and this is gonna be a way to keep your phone running quick and to keep your phone from loading up with a lot of clutter. And it's basically a widget that you're gonna add to your home screen. So on the home screen, just hold down the screen and go down to widgets, and it's on the first page. It's under device maintenance, so tap on there and you're gonna hold down on the first one. We're gonna drag this to our home screen, and you're gonna get this button that just says optimize on it. And if you notice your phone is running a little slow, or maybe you've loaded a lot on it and it seems like the storage is low, you're just gonna tap the optimize button, and what it's gonna do is it's gonna basically turn off any apps that have been running in the background for a while, and it'll clear the cache, and it'll basically just give your phone a little boost, a quick boost. It's a really quick thing you can do just if you notice your phone is lagging a little bit, to kind of help kick it into gear. If you want to do more than that, then that's when you would actually go to the settings and you would go to device maintenance right here. And then you can do like more extensive things, but essentially that button ties into this device maintenance screen, and it's checking for performance, storage, how much memory is being used, and the battery. So just a really great way to get your phone moving faster if it seems like it's slowing down a bit. All right, our next little tip is going to be switching between apps fairly quickly. So this is just called quick app switch. It's a feature you find on a lot of Android phones, but a lot of people just don't know about it. So that's why I wanted to add it to this list of tips and tricks. So let's say, you know, again, you're on the web and you're searching for something, and you're also in a text message conversation and you're texting someone back and forth, and you're also in Chrome and you're kind of jumping back and forth. Well, one way to do it is you have to hit your recent apps button down here, and then you'd have to go and then tap on the last screen you were on. The faster way to do this is just simply hitting that button twice. So watch this. If I hit it twice, it'll quickly switch between the last app I was using. This also works great, for example, if you're on social media, you're scrolling through, and maybe you're jumping between Instagram and Snapchat. It's just, again, a quick tap tap, and it's gonna just take you from one to the other, and it can work in any app. So really cool feature, and it's just hitting that button twice. Super simple. Surprised you guys didn't know that. Maybe you did. If you did, kudos to you. All right, our next little tip is gonna be how to get more apps on our home screen. So right now, just to show you how many we can get, so If I swipe up, let's say I'm going to drag YouTube. I'm going to bring YouTube to the home screen here. I'm going to bring Google Pay or Google Play, put that there. My calendar and my gallery and one more lucky app. We'll have YouTube twice. So basically I can get 5 apps going down and 5 apps going across. I've got this huge screen, I can take advantage, but there's a way to get even more apps on your screen than just this 5x5, which is 25 apps plus the 5 down here, so that's 30. Maybe you want all your apps on the same screen. To do that, all you gotta do is hold down on the home screen here, and we're gonna go home screen settings, and then we're gonna go to the home screen grid, and it's preset to 5x5, but we can change it to 5x6, giving us an extra row to work with for our apps here. So now I can add 5 more apps here, or I can do 5 apps and I can also add a widget as well. So watch this. I'm gonna drag this over and I can have that little Google search bar at the bottom there and still have my 25 apps on there plus the 5 at the bottom. So really quick little tip, just if you want to get all your apps on one screen, this is an easy way to do it, or it gives you more room for widgets as well. So definitely want to mention that. Let's jump to our next one here. And this is a really quick shortcut just to check on the battery of your phone. Maybe if you notice, hey, like my battery seems to be dropping really quickly, I wonder what's going on. Well, just by swiping down, and where it says power saving, if you hold down on power saving, it will take you right to the battery section of the settings, and it will allow you to further investigate, hey, what's going on with my battery? So one, it'll show you what setting you're on, and right now we're not in any power saving mode. If your battery was dropping low, let's say I am at 29% and maybe, you know, I'm going into a party or work and I want to make sure I conserve my battery, I would switch it to the mid power saving mode 1, because by doing this, it's gonna turn off some of the background settings so my battery will stretch longer. So that's the first thing it'll do. And then also, I can kick it up further. So I can go mid or I can go max battery, max power saving setting. And this setting is for, hey, like I'm on 5%, 10%, and I need my phone to last me another few hours. I can't have my phone die right now. If that happens to you, then you'd want to go to the max setting. And this is like an ultra crazy setting that turns off just about everything to make sure your phone is going to last. You'll still be able to make calls, send texts, you'll still be able to use all of your key apps, but it basically just makes sure that your phone is only using what it absolutely has to use. So we've got phone, messages, internet, settings, and I can add a few more options here. So guess what? I can still watch YouTube, which is awesome because before that wasn't a part of this setting. So I can still watch YouTube. I can use Chrome. Now you can still use your camera. That also was not a feature before, so that's awesome. And I can still use my maps. So all of your important apps you would need to use, you can still use them even though your battery is on a really low percentage. So what this will allow you to do is still use your most important apps and capture pictures, but it's going to restrict a lot of the other functions your phone is using to make sure that your phone is going to last. So really awesome feature there. This sort of started out by just showing you where the battery shortcut was and the usage, and we're going to get back to the usage, but since we were in there, I wanted to show you guys this because this is just a very important feature that I use a lot on all my other Samsung phones. So I know you guys are definitely going to start using it. If you've ever had that day where maybe you forgot to charge your phone and you are rushing to work and you're again on 20-30%, you try to plug into power but you just couldn't charge up enough, these are two options that are going to really allow you to get through the day without your phone just totally dying out on you. Now to go back to that really quick, swipe down. I'm going to hold down again on power saving. It's going to take me back to the battery section. And the other thing I wanted to show you is if you tap on the battery usage button, this will show you exactly what's been draining your battery, like what's the main thing on the phone that's being used. And so if you notice this is crazy. I've had this phone for a couple of days. I have not plugged it into charge yet. I just wanted to see how well the phone did on standby. And this shows you three and a half days is how long I've had the phone on, but not actually like been doing a lot. I haven't plugged it in, I just let it go. And my always on display used the majority of the battery, the cellular signal, and the screen, and just the OS. But in this section, what you would see is the apps that you're using the most, or the apps that are running in the background of your phone. And you may notice like maybe Snapchat is using a high percentage of your battery, and maybe that's because you need to just close it and reopen it. That could be a quick fix there. But this section is just going to show you, hey, like what's draining my battery? Do I need to make any adjustments to make sure that my battery lasts longer? So in a nutshell, that's what that section was all about. And again, it sort of evolved into a second tip, which was just power saving and really when to use that and what it does. So let's jump to our next little tip here. I'm going to call this a hidden feature because it's sort of like if you didn't know this was there and you didn't know how to get to it, you probably wouldn't even have it. I just sort of discovered it a couple of days ago and I wanted to show you guys. So sorry, we'll fix that later. So if you swipe here, on the side here we have our app edge. You guys should all know about that. You'll see again a little bar to the right of your screen. Swiping here is a shortcut to apps and different apps you use the most. You can add, different ones. You can add different apps that maybe you use a lot to get to them quickly. But that's not what I wanted to show you. What I wanted to show you is that you can add a lot of different things to this section. So there's the app edge section. There's the people edge where you can add shortcuts to your favorite contacts, people you call the most or text the most. And you can also add other edges to this screen depending on what's important to you. So the one I've added is the calculator panel, which is awesome because now you have a shortcut that will take you right to a calculator whenever you need to run something quickly. So again, you're on your phone, you're trying to figure out, hey, how much does everybody owe for dinner? Literally just swipe, there's your calculator, you can punch your numbers in really quick, boom, 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 you're done without having to find your calculator app and do this, do that. So how you get this, because this doesn't come preloaded, you have to download it. You're gonna go to the settings wheel at the bottom here, and in the upper right corner, click on the three dots here and go to download. And then you basically have a store here where you can download all different types of edge panels depending on what you use the most or what's important to you. And so all I did was just go to the upper right corner, hit the magnifying glass, and just typed in calculator. I run a lot of calculations for work, so this is just a really useful thing for me. And I just tapped on the first one here, and this is the calculator. So, or excuse me, no, that's not right. Calculator, and then type in panel. So it knows, and so then you'll get this one. This is the one you want to download, calculator panel. And you would download it, and then after you download it, it will show up here as one of your options, and you just check that box, and there it is. You have your calculator, and all you do is just swipe, and there it is. Now you can add as many edges here to that you want. There was a time where I added like 8, and that was way too many. Like, this is supposed to be a shortcut, so I try to limit mine to 3 or 4. So I always have the panel that has my favorite apps, I have the panel that has my contacts, and then I'll have the calculator or another panel. So just wanted to show you that, and obviously what you could take from that is maybe you say, hey, that's great, I'm gonna download that calculator one, or I'm gonna go through that store and download some other panels because I wanna utilize this feature, and that will be a great idea. All right, let's jump to our next little tip. This is a tip, and it's sort of a hidden feature as well. Again, it all depends on how much experience you have with Samsung phones and what you use. There's a lot of things these phones do that people just don't know, and so for some of you guys, these are hidden features. And some of you guys, you're like, duh, I use this all the time. So if it's a duh, just jump to the next part of the video. If it's not, then get ready. So you guys may have already hit this button on the left here, which is your Bixby button. takes you to that sort of annoying AI section that you can do different things. One of the things I use this for a lot is a very simple task. For example, if you hold the button down, you can ask it something really quick and then let it go. So watch this. I'm gonna hold the button, set an alarm for 5:30 p.m. and let it go.
Sure, I've set an alarm to go off in 20 hours, 1 minute.
Super easy. I'll turn that off. You can also have it do things like set a timer for 14 minutes. Oh, let's try it again. Set a timer for 14 minutes. There we go. Quick and easy. You can also have it call someone. Hey, call so-and-so. Or, you know, set calendar appointment. Or the other one that I really love too, and again, you'll be like, this guy loves running calculations. Well, this is what it is. What's 14 plus 7 plus 16 plus 9?
Sure, it's 46.
So really easy. You can even have it work out your math calculations for you. You can get super elaborate with it. And again, it's a way to utilize a cool function of the phone. A lot of people don't like the Bixby feature, but it's all about making it work for you. That's kind of how I see it. All right, guys, and our last little hidden feature sort of tips and trick is customizing your phone with the built-in themes. You may have noticed I have this really sweet wallpaper on the phone. My call app looks pretty cool. My notification panel, well, actually all those look kind of the same. Those look too different. But my apps have kind of a cool feel to them. All this is because of a theme I downloaded on the phone. So if you hold down on the home screen and go down to themes, it'll take you to the Samsung theme store, which is really cool, and you'll find all kind of really cool themes in here. And sort of what I've noticed is on the main screen, a lot of the themes you see are paid themes. However, there are a ton of free themes. I am cheap, so I love to look for the free stuff first and see, is there a free option that looks good before I decide to pay money. So let me show you how to get to the free themes first before you start paying money. So upper right corner, click on the three dots, or let me see, three dots. Sorry, go down, or excuse me, go to the top and go to top or new, either one of these categories. I'm gonna go to top and change all and go to free. And this will filter it out just by the free themes. So now you'll be able to see all the ones that you can just download without paying. And then you can also do a search as well. Maybe just type in simple. I love simple themes. Oh, actually take that back. Even when you filter it, if you do a search, then it will begin to throw back in the ones that are paid. So forget about the search. Start with just looking through all the free themes, and you can search through the top section, and then you can go to new and do that same filter and go to free. And then you can look through and see some of the different options that are available. And what's cool about this is that a lot of these have a really cool always on display. Just to show you one I downloaded previously, I'm going to click on my little icon up here, go to purchased items, and go to, let's see where it is, the black cube. So this theme is really cool, and I love the always on display it gives you, this gold cube. So I use this one from time to time. And you know, like this one changes the background, it changes the font color, it changes the app icons. So you can do a lot with it. Now, let me actually show you one more thing you can do. So I'm going to apply this theme, but I'm going to show you how you can then customize it after the fact. Because I like a lot of things about this theme, but I don't like everything. For example, I don't like the app icons. I wish they were different. So I'm going to hold down on the screen, go back to themes, and then I'm going to go to icons at the bottom right here. And I can choose a different set of of icons. Same thing, if I go to top, I can filter it out by the free ones first, look through all those. Or I can also use like the stock icons, like the basic Samsung ones, which I probably will do. So again, I just go up here, tap there, hit apply. And I can get that same theme, but with the Samsung icons. So kind of the best of both worlds. You can also go through the store and kind of play around with it to see if you see any other icon packs you like, but that's one way to kind of tweak it. And I still get this really sweet always on display with the cube. It's kind of hard for you guys to see it just because of, there you go. That's better. So there's that. Now maybe you also say, you know, I don't really like that wallpaper either. I wish I could change that too. Well, you can hold down again, go back to themes. At the bottom here, go to the wallpaper section. And now I can also find a really cool wallpaper to go with it. So maybe I can use the original Samsung one, for example. So now it'll give me that wallpaper. So when I turn the phone off, I have my always on display still. I have my cool wallpaper, not the weird cube one. And then I have a different wallpaper. So you can tweak it where that theme is still running on the phone, but you can really customize it after that and kind of tear it down and make each little thing what you want it to be. But look, I still have this cool app panel right here at the top. Your text messaging app is going to look different. It's going to be aligned with the theme. The calling app as well is also going to be aligned with that theme. So this is just one really cool way to customize your phone and really make it unique to you and the colors that are important to you and the things that you like. So anyway, guys, this has been tips, tricks, and hidden features of the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 for beginners. I understand a lot of like pro people who have been using Notes for years will probably say, oh, I knew all this stuff. But for you guys that are a little bit newer to this phone, I hope you learned some new things that you can do to enjoy the phone. Do me a favor, in the comment section down below, give me one or two of the things you learned from the video that you thought were helpful or was something that you didn't know about. I would love to know just so I can keep that in mind for future videos. Thanks again for watching, guys. Make sure you like, favorite, and share if it was helpful. Hit that subscribe button and make sure you also follow us on Instagram at H2TechVideos for monthly giveaways and a bunch of other cool stuff. Thanks again for watching, guys. Take care and have a good one.